Greetings and welcome to another video. So, I've done some experimenting with my head and with my facial animations. And at the moment, I'm not wearing any makeup, even though my avatar is putting on makeup at the moment. But, well, anyway, we all have imaginations. We could just pretend. But I wanted to see how this looked, and well, anyway, you know, nothing but transparency here, people. Nothing but transparency. So, all right. So, what I've done is, all right. So, okay, let me sort myself out here. All right. Okay. So, now I'm still getting more used to the Lakuta head. Lakuta. Mm, Well, yeah, you know which brand I'm talking about. And I did not like the animations that came with it. Yes, there's a lot of them, but I did not like them. They just didn't go with my face shape. And I've worked really hard to try to maintain my original face shape over the years. And and I'm yeah, I I think that I've done pretty well. So that's very positive. But just the Lakuta animations in that comes with the head, it just wasn't going with my face. It was like they were like kind of distorting my forehead and my jawline. Well, not my jawline, but my jaw, like making it extend further out than the slider number was set to. It, you know, I'm really not great at explaining things, people, but that's why you come here, and I love you all. Yes, I do. Really, really, I do. Anyway, so what I've done is this. Uh, Wait. Well, hold on. There's a problem. Yeah. Is there a problem? Yeah. No. Yeah. There is a problem. So, okay. No, there is not a problem. Duh. All right. See, when I get out of the routine for a week, I just forget what to do. All right. So anyway, what I've done is that instead of using the Lakuta animations from the head, I went back to using the GAEJ GAEG um, facial animations that I had customized myself for my lily head from GAEG. Yeah, and it goes with my shape better. It like moves my avatar bones better, and it just works better for my shape while wearing this Lakuta head. So, because so there are different type. Okay, so animations are animations, right? You get furniture animations, you get dances, which are animations, you get poses, which are, animations, you get dynamic, which are moving ones, you get static ones, which are non-moving. And we all have we all may have the same skeletal avatar, with the skeletal bones based on like the technical stuff, whatever. But anyway, what I'm getting at is that uh, animations will affect avatars differently. Just like when you sit in a chair and you have to adjust your seat, you know, it may like sit you high, it may sit you too low, especially if you're and also depending on if you're a male or a female or a furry or a huge werewolf avatar, which they do make furniture and stuff specifically for that type of avatar because it's like way bigger than a normal size avatar. Well, I've discovered, you may have already known this, but this is a discovery for me. I've discovered that the same is for uh, bento mesh heads and animations. And the facial AO from GAEG works better for my facial shape than the Lakuta animations do. So I discovered that all on my own. Wow, this is what the meaning of SL is all about, self discovery. So I just wanted to share that. Um, and something else I wanted to share. I did make like a 30-minute video on the topic that I'm about to introduce. It was one of those, well, this just happened videos. But I rewatched it, and that's when I noticed the Lakuta animations not really working well with my face shape. I'm like, yeah, I can't show this video ever. No, this is horrible. I've got to do something. So, anyway, but what I wanted to talk about in that video, I just mentioned this, um, that everyone is an SL for their own personal different reasons. And when it comes to business models, quote unquote, in Second Life, um, if you do not consider the risk of having a business in Second Life and that you end up being surprised or even hurt that people are not buying your stuff because your prices are eye watering, don't blame other creators who are doing well, and don't blame hobbyists that may do services or give away their things for free, because it's not their fault that your quote unquote business model is flawed. No. Personally, I'm in SL for me. I have been here for over a decade. Oh, wow. I've learned a lot, good and bad. I've learned different points of views. I've learned about different cultures. I've learned a lot of things. And one thing that I have learned is that if I don't like something enough to buy it, I'm not going to buy it due to peer pressure from other people or buy it just because everybody else has bought it. No, that's just not me. And yeah, I make things. I do services like terraforming and building, teaching other people how to do something, whether it's simple or, complex, whatever. I don't charge for that stuff because I just, if someone sincerely needs help and they're not trying to take advantage of my kindness, then I don't see a reason to charge them because I see it as a mutual benefit. I'm helping them. And in return, they're putting the effort into learning something that I'm able to teach them. And if they're patient with my slow explanations when I get nervous, then that helps build more, that helps build my social confidence. So it's a win-win for me personally. So no, I'm not going to charge for that. Um, and I've given some of my stuff away to my patrons that will buy things from my shop, like an incredible amount. And I'm like, oh, wow. And I'm here, have this as well, because I, I appreciate their business and I really want to show them, hey, look, I'm really, I'm, I'm really happy and wow, it's like you boosted my confidence and my own creativity. And, sometimes people will still pay me for the free stuff I give them just because they're able to talk one on one personally with a creator, even though I'm a hobbyist one, you know. And I've heard a lot of people say that a lot of my patrons, customers, I don't like the word customers, I just say patrons, but um, they've told me that they're happy to be able to speak to the creator one on one because it feels personal to them. And they've tried to contact other creators one on one and they can't do it. They either get a bot or a customer service rep. And while I know that unfortunately that is now a reality in Second Life, sentimentally it it's sad to hear because it's so vastly different from the old days. And perhaps that's just my nostalgia talking, but um there's a lot of competition anywhere in Second Life and in the physical world. In all industries, everywhere, there's competition because as humans, we can become competitive, either due to greed or lack of self security or self esteem. It's a thing, it happens everywhere. So that's just how it is. Now, people, uh, when people view SL just as a way to make money, that's a problem because Second Life, it's more than that. However, if a person views Second Life as a way just to make money, I personally can't fault them because they are, well, yeah, I mean, that's how they view SL, and we all have different reasons for why we're in Second Life, right? So I can't fault them for that idea. What I can fault them for is logging into Second Life, making or providing content creation that is, let's just say, borrowed from other places outside of Second Life and uploading it to set and up and then uploading it at minimal cost to them, you know, like minimal, really, and then charge it double to triple in Second Life to other people for it. And then get upset and butt hurt because they don't like that other people are giving away things that they've actually made and created without having to depend on another website or without having to depend on the freebies that you get from the like design cuts and creative fabrica and all this stuff that you could get for free. Yeah, original content, handmade, handmade, hand textured, doing all this stuff. Because apparently, the people who create, create their own content, and when they give it away for free, apparently, this is what I heard today, this morning, that it hurts the creators who depend on SL to make a income in order to be able to live financially in their physical world. Now, someone else said that how they prevent from hurting other creators in that manner is that they have to charge, even though they can afford to give things away for free, but they have to charge in order to not hurt the people who depend on SL to make an income. I did not let that comment slide because it was highly, highly folly. And my reply was that no, that's folly. That is no, that's foolish to think to think that. That's not rational. Actually, you are adding to the competitive market. Therefore, the more competitive, the harder it's going to become for those hurting creators. Now, look, uh, yeah, I think I'm going on a rant here, y'all. Sorry. I'll try to keep this short. Here's the thing, it all comes back to choices. We all have a choice to log on. We choose where we put our lindens. We choose if we put our dollars into SL to get lindens. We choose the things we wear, where we go, who we talk to, all these things. We make choices just like in the physical world. And if the type of creator makes that choice to use Second Life as their sole financial uh, bank, what have you, means, salary, wage, job, then that is their choice. And my choice is to carry on with my Second Life. I'm not going to change my shopping habits or what have you because a creator is um, needing to finance their physical world. And so if I don't buy from them, then I'm a bad person because I've bought from someone else who isn't in dire financial need. Second Life is not a charity. It is not a charity. And look, in the physical world, if you go out and buy a car, even though you can't afford the monthly payments, Are you going to sit around and wait for other people to drop by money and pay for that car for you? No, you're not, because it will never happen. If you buy a car and you can't afford the monthly payments, that's a really bad choice you've made. And that's no one else's fault and no one else's responsibility except for yours. Now, the same principle goes for Second Life. We all make these choices. If you choose for Second Life to be to finance your physical world, then okay, you've made that choice. But you also have to realize that, oh, sorry, burped. Yeah, okay. You also have to realize that when making that choice, consequences, sorry, allergies, to that choice, and risk as well. And if you are not self-sufficient enough to be able to conquer that risk, nor are you unable to create things that are actually worth the money that you were wanting from people, then maybe you don't need to be a Second Life, trying to make money. I mean, do something that's more consistent and, you know, more worth your effort or lack thereof. Now, before anybody pitches a fit, there are some of you that already know about me personally. And yeah, I reckon that the rest of y'all don't. But I will say this. Whatever you say about the people, oh well, they're not able to in real life because of this or that and that and that. Well, guess what? I know how that is, right? I absolutely understand and get that. Yeah, I get it. But, you know, I'm not I'm not, expecting everyone in Second Life to give me money to pay for my physical world needs. No. 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 I don't live beyond my means in the physical world or in Second Life. And uh I'm it's look, in the past there have been people that has made a lot of bank in Second Life. Land flippers, uh furniture designers, clothes designers, what have you. Back in the day, the market wasn't so competitive. But now, because the market is absolutely heaving with competitiveness, it's harder. I mean, you cannot just uh, make things from templates and slap a texture on it, a texture that you haven't even like done anything to or made unique or your own style or what have you, and charge the same amount that other creators are charging for things that they actually have come up with in their own Blender programs or their Maya or their what's the other one? The starts with a C. Anyway, those other programs, right? You can't. I mean, you just have to have talent and skill. If you want money, if you want to make that amount of money, you just have to be good. You just have to be good. And I'm just being blunt and I'm just being raw and organic. You just have to be good. Um and if not, then well, you could keep doing what you're doing, but you gotta start realizing the reality of your own situation, that perhaps your choices are have been bad, but you can change. You can make your situation better. But pressuring people to finance your second life with tales of woe? What? No. 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 So that was my rant. This all kicked off in a builders group this morning, and I was sitting here drinking my coffee, and I'm like, what in the world? And man, look, nobody goes to a builders group and asks a question about a script, expecting to get ganged up on by like six different people and a lecture. I swear the entitlement, it was, man, I needed a damn shovel. It was bad. It was bad. Saying things like, saying things like, well, it's about the time that they put into it. Time? Oh, okay, then. So let's talk about time. Time can only be valued by the observer, right? And there is no minimum wage limit or scale, what have you, in Second Life. Uh, I mean, time, yes, it can be a factor in in how much you charge for your things. If you spend like 5 hours in Blender to make a thing, and then having to like do the UV maps for it and the textures and all this stuff, and you end up spending like, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 hours on this thing, and then you upload it plus the upload costs as well. Because, well, actually, before you upload it to Second Life, you go to the beta grid and you upload it for free to test it out and see all that stuff. If you're happy with it, then you log into Second Life on the main grid, and then you upload it, and you have your upload cost as well. Now, yeah, that takes time, especially doing the textures for those things and putting those things in vendors. All that stuff takes time, right? Especially, making it from scratch in Blender or Maya or that other program that starts with a C, whatever. Now, if you now if you go let me back up here. I got so involved in my words. Sorry, I didn't mean to be up in y'all's face. Sorry about that. Now, if you go to, CG Trader or one of these game asset websites where they offer like freebies of like meshes and objects and um, all these things, clothes, heads, whatever. You can either get them for free sometimes, or you can buy a membership and get everything at a lower rate or whatever, right? I mean, basically, what it is, it just involves nowhere near as much time to get it into SL as it would if you were to make it scratch, if you were to make it from scratch in Blender and Maya or the other program that starts with a C. I might remember it one day. And and those time frames will be different. Now, I'll be more than happy to pay the charge, more so if it's on sale, from a creator that has actually done the work from Blender or from Maya or that other program that starts with a C, whatever, and do all the stuff, do all the things, and then upload it to Second Life. Something original that I haven't seen on the grid before, or what have you. Be like, oh, wow, that's so cool. Do I need it? Is it on sale? I'm going to buy it. or I'm going to wait for that until it's on sale and then I'll buy it, right? Now, if I see something, and this has been, and I've been seeing this kind of stuff a lot recently. If I see something in a Second Life that I have seen before on another game asset website or one of these other websites that I've previously spoken about, no, I'm not going to buy it. Nope. Be like, yeah, okay, no, nope. And that's just me. That's just me. That's just me. So, I mean, if I want to make something, I'll make something. If I want to sell it, I'll sell it. And I don't account for time, like in my prices, because, well, I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed doing it. I mean, it's like, hey, I made this thing and here it is. This is how much. And I just usually, like, I just want to get my upload fees back, really. But again, that's just me, right? That's just my world. That's just my world. Do I expect other people to have the same type of world? No. Oh, hold on a minute. Do I expect people to work harder in Second Life? No. I expect people just to work smarter and be more realistic and just be less lazy when it comes to creating stuff. You know. Um yeah, so anyway, that really yeah, that yeah, it got me this morning. So I just wanted to say that if you disagree, that's fine. That's fine. Because, you know, I may not agree with your view or take on it or whatever. Sorry, allergies. Um, so, but that's just something that I wanted to get out there and say a bunch of stuff so I can look at my face to see if I needed to change anything or whatever. And yeah, so I'm totally happy with the GAEG facial AO HUD. It works so much better than my shape than the Lakota animations do. All right, so that's going to be it from me. Just remember, we all have choices. And if you can't afford something, don't buy it. And don't let anyone else pressure you or sadfish you into buying something that you can't afford. Because at the end of the day, it's going to hurt you more than it'll help them. Because, you know, they'll keep wanting money and you'll be stuck with what? So just be careful. Just be careful is all I'm saying. You know, you do you, I do me. And hopefully we'll all be all right in the end. All right. That's it from this video. I shall see y'all in the next one. Bye.